For UMass, meanwhile, they're led by the best freshman goalkeeper in the country, Owen Salinger.
And Salinger, he's a great story so far this season. We'll get into that in a bit, but Salinger has been a great spark for this UMass team.
And UMass controls the opening draw with the Bucknell grad transfer Brendan Coyle and shoots it high. He's going to take a ton of shots today.
And he's versatile, and UMass, they'll go to their knowns early and often. Granara and Hogan.
12 on the timer. Charles Kurtz, the attackman, forcing his way in as Stoller makes his first save. Scrum right at the top of the crease. Stoller smothers another one. Here is Summer, the sophomore, in his first college action this year after sitting out last year. And now Colin Curdilla. He was the leader on Tuesday with a season-high 6 points. Late shot clock, off the dodge. Zeller rips a shot, but it's deflected. And Salinger is out of his crease to corral it. Elbowed out of play, and flags come flying in from several angles.
With Dick Garber for UMass and Coach Tom Hayes for Rutgers.
And UMass on the power play for the first time. 30-second opportunity after Dante Koulis is forced to sit. Hogan at the point, looks right. Here's Zach Turowski into the slot to score. The first goal of the game comes from the junior midfielder, Matt Cargiulo.
And Cargiulo, he's going to find the soft spot in the 5-man zone defense for Rutgers, down a man, and he just turns and fires, and there's not enough support from the backside to clamp down on that. Looked a little more comfortable on Tuesday playing attack than he had in previous games. That's going to be big for Rutgers.
UMass defense making him work. They find Curdilla open, but he can't fit it home. Had the sharp angled shot, and somehow Salinger kept it away.
And nice save by Salinger, but
Rutgers off the turnover, step down and a score. Colin Curdilla rips the net to tie the ball game at 1.
And Rutgers is one of the best riding teams in the country, and this is why you put an emphasis on the riding game like they have. You get opportunities like this. They get the turnover. Great job by Lawler. He gets it up the field to Curdilla, time, room, and he paints the post.
Under 30 seconds for UMass. Long shot clocks early in this ball game with 2 of the top 10 defenses in the nation squaring off. Reset, step down, and the shot is kept away by Stoller. John Krish somehow turned aside as we'll get another penalty. Aiello, Kelly, they've got 3 seconds. Penalty's been killed off. Koulis saved. Owen Salinger waiting at that top corner as he comes up with his second stop.
And great save by Salinger. Those EMO opportunities when you go from 6-on-5 to 6-on-6, those can be danger moments, and Salinger shuts the door as they were getting to 6-on-6.
Rutgers is putting UMass through the grinder on their first couple of clears. And the Scarlet Knights force another turnover.
In his career so far, we'll see what he can do with expanded playing time.
I got the start Tuesday against St. John's, coming off the bench in this. Curdilla working on Kyle Swanson. And the UMass polls have done a good job on 88 so far. Richmond shake and bake and a score. And there is the burst, the God-given ability that Duke Richmond's got.
And this is a great job by Duke Richmond, taking advantage of his opportunity. It's Colin Curdilla on the other side, which gets the defense moving. Richmond steps in against the short stick. He fades away, and he delivers for Rutgers.
That is the first goal in Duke Richmond's career, and certainly not the last. And Rutgers wins the draw. Here's Joe Younger-Kiss, the defensive midfielder who's led the rope unit and scores again. He's been the engine of the transition offense. The Princeton transfer, Joe Younger-Kiss, keeps the Rutgers run going.
And this is why Joe Younger-Kiss is a difference maker for the Scarlet Knights. Picks up a tough ground ball, uses his athleticism to create an odd man situation. No one picks him up. He's going to make you pay. Younger-Kiss beats Salinger.
He has been everything the Scarlet Knights expected and then some We knew he would have it on the defense with 25 ground balls, but the scoring, that's been an extra element.
And he's been a nice fit for Rutgers. From Princeton, played for Coach Mitchell at Princeton, who was kind of the architect of that NASCAR attack. So he's been a great fit, and he hasn't had to really pick up a new system as much. So he's been the perfect fit, honestly, for Rutgers.
And they put it in number 1, Hogan's stick. That was a bad catch by Cargiulo. The ball is loose. And we'll get the whistle against the Minutemen, so Rutgers forces another turnover in numbers now. Here's Scalamandre, the defensive midfielder who scored last time out, and finds another. Rutgers defensive middies are in top form.
And Dean Scalamandre, the sophomore, getting involved. And you got to give Tommy Mendyke a ton of credit. Headman pass, whistle ready, gets it to Scalamandre in the middle of the field so he can create this opportunity.
Richmond spins, ducking through, bouncing off tacklers, but Salinger makes the stop. And see if that big-time save powers the offense. 1 for 6 to this point. Storming off the bench, that was a good opportunity for Brian Jackman. Drunzik able to get topside and score. Great back down by the junior attackman, Aiden Drunzik, to get the Minutemen back on the board.
And Drunzik has been big for UMass, especially when they've trailed, to get them back in games. Gets underneath, gets inside.
UMass able to settle that defense down. Looked a little out of sorts for a second. And a strip takeaway. But Nate Austin Johnstone comes flying in from behind, wins it right back. And they'll say UMass.
And Kelly, he has done a nice job the last couple of weeks. And if he's doing well, it means the offense is doing well.
Vorgang behind the back finds the posts. Holy smokes, that would have been a highlight. Cardilla, still 40 seconds for Rutgers to shoot. Kelly gets the dodge and finds the top corner. The last couple of games Colin Kelly has played, he has had a rocket shot that's found the top corner. Every time it finds social media too.
And Colin Kelly, he's been on a tear. Gets to his strong right hand, and he lets it fly. If he gets it anywhere near the 6x6, it's going in. And there's a lot of cool similarities between these two teams. Great coaches, historically Tom Hayes, Dick Garber, and currently Brian Brecht, Greg Cannella. Similar style, up and down, from defense to offense, similar schools, both state institutions, both terrific institutions.
Hogan's got to go. 5 seconds to shoot. Shares, and Tyler Clayton hits it off the post. And now share it to Drunzik. Into the slot. Unfortunate that one was received on the other end. Cargiulo able to get inside and score. Matt Cargiulo bullies his way to the cage and gets UMass going in his second quarter.
And this is just an unbelievable play by Cargiulo. Short stick matchup in an invert, so he's midfielder behind, inside roll, and he finishes before the slide can get to him. Coach Jimmy Ryan's done a great job with this defense.
Aiello hard off the screen, shares, and Koulis couldn't handle the pass. And I'm going to flag two. It's maybe his second penalty of the game. That's a mid-up penalty. UMass scored on its first extra man chance just a few minutes into the game. Kurtz is stopped by Stoller. Long rebounds. Robbie Granara can't clean it up. Yeah, 5 saves for the sophomore, and a couple of them have been right in front of cage, too. Hogan probing. Skip pass, and low to high. Robbie Granara fits it in. The sort of goal scorer who finds angles that really are not there.
And senior to freshman, great job by Hogan. He's got eyes in the back of his head.
Really dominating the time of possession in this second quarter after Rutgers scored 4 consecutive goals in the firsts. Here's the Long Island native John Krish backing down, and that's an easy save for Stoller. Trying to lead the outlet, ambitious look, and it's a turnover. Could not plop it into TJ Conley's stick. Krish was the one who came back to win it.
17 in Scarlet has been outstanding this season.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Splain's been consistent as anybody in the country.
And that position has been tremendous over the years for Rutgers. You mentioned a guy like Ethan Rawl, LSM, Kyle Pless, Zach Sikora, just a ton of really good players over the years at that position.
The pass was deflected, so UMass will keep it, but they've only got 11 seconds to go with. Quick pass, and the shot does not fall for Drunzik. Man, both teams have had a behind-the-back look that would have lit this ball game up, and neither able to score. For Rutgers, too, Cardin Stoller, remember he had the huge performance in last year's final second win over UMass out on Long Island. He's leading the charge today, leading the goalkeeper battle, 7 saves to Salinger's 4.
And Stoller, 19 saves. Rutgers needed all of them, especially that last possession. This game came down to the wire.
Hogan, 10 seconds. Jackman, shovel pass behind the cage. Way up top, Hogan should dump it. No, to the doorstep, and Stoller's got to make the stop. Again, UMass gets in tight. It was Drunzik. Career high 6 points.
He was terrific and was a consistent presence behind the goal, which is something Rutgers has needed and will need going forward.
Peters, space, shares, and a flattening. And Justin Lawler had an opportunity, but UMass was able to converge at the final moment to stop the shot.
And this is a top 10 defense for a reason. They will clamp down on opportunities.
Salinger, 10-man ride, and a save made. Wow, that was on target from Salinger. But coming out of nowhere, Ben McKelvey, he should get credit for a save.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And that's the risk you take when you take the goalie out of the cage in the 10-man ride.
Now Murphy, stopped by Salinger. Freshman's doing it all today in cage.
McKelvey.
Try to save shots with a pole as opposed to a goalie cross, but my goodness.
You do see goalies warm up in pregame with short sticks.
And there's Cardilla, uncurling one 5-hole. Second one today for Big 88.
And McKelvey, give him an assist on this, because if he doesn't make that save, Colin Cardilla doesn't get this great opportunity with his hands free and time and room. And he lets it fly, overhand release, and he blows it past Selinger. But getting comfortable is going to be key for him, and he's done a great job shooting today and not dropping his hands as much as we've seen.
Pass inside for Logan Peters. He couldn't corral it. Still loose. Murphy. Salinger saves it. One-time shot from Shane Murphy. And Owen Salinger now with a couple great saves in a row. Peters. Kelly for Cardilla. Can't roll off the defender, and down to 7 seconds. Still Cardilla. Salinger plucks it off the turf. Patient. Running out of time, 12 seconds. Still waiting. You're down to 7. Cardilla calls his own number and Salinger turns it away. 2 from 21. Matt Cardullo, he had a nice first half. 10 seconds. Granara. Spin and a flag. And it looks like injury 2 for Aiden Drunzik, who got the raw end of that collision. Granara for Drunzik. No look to the point. And they got the open look they were hoping for. Aiden Drunzik cashes in. You could see that slow developing play finally open up with 14 in space.
And Drunzik does a great job sneaking from behind the cage. You're going to see UMass, they draw Tommy Mendyke up the field, and then Stefanos can't rotate over in time. 6-on-6. Just haven't had a ton of opportunities.
Hogan, no look. Drunzik, there he is again. Aiden Drunzik has been the man for UMass. We're level at 6.
And Hogan's done a nice job today. Comes off a pick, and he's been very deceptive. No look. You see, all the defense is flowing to one area because his eyes are not to Drunzik.
UMass in search of a 6th consecutive win to carry them with conference play coming up a few weeks from now.
And both these teams' conferences will be a gauntlet. Both excellent conferences.
Cardullo spin, but put it right on Stoller's stick. And an instant outlet to Splain.
And Rutgers has numbers.
To the middle, Younger Kiss. Nice job by UMass getting back. Rutgers has burned him a couple times, trying to turn defense to offense. Younger Kiss has done it once, but not there. Salinger with a stop, a long rebound, and Rutgers keeps it. And immediately Salinger puts it on 33's cross. Zach Auble. A one-man clear. He's going right to the hoop, and it's turned away. Rutgers defense. Cardin Stoller coming up with another denial. He was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year last year, and he's a legit candidate for top goalkeeper of the year this year. His offense trying to get the Scarlet Knights back in front as Aiello has it blocked by Salinger. Murphy for Summer. UMass really sliding well in the third quarter.
They're doing a great job. This is a team, they're physical. They make good slide decisions. They get on your hands. They're going to make it difficult for Rutgers.
Like this. Lawler's able to bring it back, but no reset. 12 to shoot. Lawler's got to go with 7. Gets around New, low to high. Shoots over the cage. So 4 seconds here, and well, don't be surprised if Shane Murphy dumps this.
Especially the way Rutgers has been riding. Get a chance to set it up, and maybe 18 seconds left, you can force another turnover in an unsettled situation.
UMass wearing these shot clock violations like a badge of honor in the second half. Wanted to keep that winning streak going. And UMass may just sit on it. I spoke too soon. And looking at an open goal, they score! From midfield! It's pay dirt for Matt Cardullo and a UMass lead at the horn.
And Rutgers has been a 10-man ride, pressure ride team for most of the season, so it's what you do. It's been your identity, but I think at the end of the quarter,
best freshman goalkeeper in the country by every single statistic. A Scarlet Knight offense that roared on Tuesday against St. John's to a season-high 21 goals, and that guy was the leader. Number 9, Shane Murphy, coming alive in the fourth quarter.
And Shane Murphy, 9 in Scarlet, and that offense was terrific. A lot because of 9 turning the corner in situations like this from behind the net, as he does right here. Shane Murphy got both hands, nice hesitation on the short stick, turns the corner with authority.
Here's Hogan. No goals, 2 assists. The senior from the state of Florida. Really, he and Robbie Granara have been kept in check by Rutgers. It's Drunzik and Cargiulo who have been the men, as Kurtz forces his way in. 2 saves! Solar makes the stop from his seat. Rutgers ball. Got 15 seconds left. Taking himself with 7 seconds. Question mark back, and Salinger closes the 5-hole.
And Salinger, great job to see it. He's been pretty good as well. We talk about Stoller, but we got to give Salinger his credit. He's been terrific as well today.
A dozen saves for the freshman. And now an opening for UMass. Hogan checked away. Tommy Mendyke, Rutgers captain, wins the possession back. Down to 15 seconds on this Rutgers possession. Duke Richmond. The switch, feed inside, Cardilla taken down, and it's turned over. Jimmy Elliott wins the ground ball. Noah Fossner, the architect of the UMass defense, was the volunteer under Brian Brecht his first 2 years at Rutgers back in the 2010s. No look inside, Granara. UMass leads once again.
And Granara, the freshman, he puts his team up by 1. Finds that area in that high crease, keeps his feet moving.
Eden Drunzik.
And he has been opportunistic today. He's taken advantage of everything.
Oh, wow. Tyler Clayton right out of the timeout. Doubles the UMass advantage.
And Tyler Clayton, 18 in white. Nothing fancy about this. Beats his man, Younger Kiss. Pump fake to hold the slide, hold the support on the run.
Trying to solidify the top 20 ranking UMass earned this week. 19th in the coaches poll. Hogan scores! Trace Hogan joins the scoring party. UMass on a run in the 4th.
And Trace Hogan, we've seen how good he can be today. Split dodge, gets down the alley, gets back to his strong right hand, changes levels on Stoller, low to high, and he stings it.
What would be the 6th straight win for UMass. And of course, using all the shot clock, 15 on the timer. And Hogan back to that spot and hits the posts. Big ground ball. Granara's got it.
Rutgers gonna have to press out to cause a turnover.
Yeah, the Scarlet Knights need to stop right here, and it's Cargiulo who controls. Shot clock's at 10, spin, and UMass ball, but 8 seconds remaining.
And you gotta think the math is in UMass's favor, so Rutgers is gonna have to cause a turnover and then score goals and win faceoffs.
Drunzik tried the wraparound. He paid the price. The midfielder turned to Tackman, now in his 3rd game, playing lower. But Owen Salinger has made 12 saves. Here's Cardilla behind the cage, feeding quick, and Murphy turned away instantly as Salinger comes up with a save. UMass playing keep away.
And UMass has their defensive personnel on the field in case there's a turnover.
And there's a penalty. So Rutgers was first to that ground ball, but it'll be a penalty against, I believe, McKelvey. And yet UMass comes back and grabs a W.
And UMass looks like they belong. It's not just the score, it's the eye test. When you watch them play, they've done a terrific job today, and they're the real deal.
Open goal, and one more. Why not? Aiden Drunzik caps off a career day.
And Drunzik with the explanation point today, and he's been big for this team as he takes advantage of the empty net.
Big Ten opponents, a conference as good as ever, and they'll look to regroup with the week.
And they're going to drop to 4-5, but even if they were 9-0 and they didn't get the results they want in Big Ten play, it wouldn't matter. So as long as you can work towards Big Ten play and Big Ten wins and Big Ten performance and a chance at the automatic qualifier, you'll have a chance, and that's what Rutgers has to do, turn the page to Big Ten play with a chance to get better.